I'm going to come to that Indian question in a moment. Dr. Sarvana Muthu, should India, from a Sri Lankan point of view, do you believe India's approach is the right one? We've said we support the people of the country. We've completely not taken sides when it comes to either the Rajapaksas or the Wickremesinghes or indeed the politicians. We've said we stand with the people of the country. Is that something that you believe is the right approach? India has also, over the last few months, provided aid to Sri Lanka. Does India need to do more in your view?
No, absolutely. I mean, I think the position of India saying that it supports the people rather than any government or any party or anything like that is the absolutely right one. And without Indian assistance, something like $3.5 billion in the last couple of months has kept the country afloat to the extent that that was possible. No, so India perhaps could do more, and I think that is something that we need to look into as far as the economic dimension is concerned. But certainly, as far as political stability is concerned, India's position saying that they are with the people as opposed to any particular government, I think is the right one.
And Ram, do you also agree that has India done enough? As Dr. Sarvana Muthu was saying, India is focused on providing economic aid. Is that, to your mind, enough? Jai Shankar, the External Affairs Minister, said, look, this is Sri Lanka's problem. Sri Lanka has to sort out its own problem. It's an internal problem of Sri Lanka.
Yes, I believe, Rajdeep, that is the correct policy, and this has been laid down for quite a while, and I think the way India has responded to this crisis has been very sound, helpful, but not intrusive. I think it's the right policy to follow. But I think we can step up aid, whatever India can afford. I think we should. But that will not happen until a credible all-party government, which is functioning, is in place. So I hope that we can provide some more support to the 3.5 billion. I think this is the largest quantity of support that has been provided in this crisis. I think we can do a little more, but that you make sure that doesn't go down the drain.
Let me ask a contentious question that's coming up. Are there lessons from Sri Lanka that perhaps India or certain states in India or indeed the center can learn? There are those who will say that it's an example of what dynastical family politics can do, what cronyism can do. At least that's what various people are suggesting. Others are saying Sri Lanka is an example of what a kind of hyper nationalism or this strong ethnic chauvinism can do to destroy a country, or authoritarianism of a form. Do you believe any of these are valid, Dr. Sarvana Muthu? Have Sri Lanka's politicians been responsible either through family Raj or autocracy of the Rajapaksas for what has happened?
Oh yes, I mean the nepotism, the cronyism, the bringing in of the military serving officers and former officers directly into government. But I think the real question here is, irrespective of whether they are from the same family or not, it's a simple lack of credibility, of competence to govern. They've made huge mistakes. They have sort of feathered their own nest, and the tax cuts that happened in 2019, the move overnight to from chemical fertilizer to organic fertilizer, the refusal to go to the IMF, the paying of to creditors and dipping into our foreign exchange reserves so that now we don't have any money at all to import the essentials. All of those things are there peculiar to the Rajapaksas. But one thing must be said is that the Rajapaksas have come to power based on their subscription to a very strong, singular, majoritarian and authoritarian type of politics. They get their legitimacy, or they got their legitimacy, from those in robes and those in uniform. And that is something that needs to be watched out for.